Welcome to Fox 54 News at 6. I'm Kenesha Dees. The case is closed on a criminal investigation out of Tuscumbia. Almost 2 months ago, Deschler High School football player August Borden suffered extreme injuries outside the school. Today, the Madison County District Attorney's Office provided the final word about what happened. Social media swarmed with speculation for weeks about what happened to August. Some suggested he was beaten up by his own teammates, and doctors found August's injuries consistent with an assault. That led authorities to pursue a criminal investigation. Fox 54's Caleb Aguayo shows us the latest from the case.
We uncovered no evidence that would support any kind of criminal charges in this matter.
You just heard it for yourself. The criminal case involving serious injuries to Deschler High School student August Borden has ended without any criminal findings. The Madison County District Attorney's Office held a press conference this afternoon to discuss the findings of the case. In it, they said it began with simple roughhousing when a group of Deschler football players headed to their field house from the gym. Officials say as one student wrapped August up with his arms, August fainted and fell onto the sidewalk, going face first into the stairway in front of the school. Investigators went to over a dozen people and got multiple eyewitness interviews, as well as text messages between students at the scene and their parents. Deputy District Attorney Tim Gann describes how they believe it happened.
His foot slips off this landing about right here, his left foot, which sends him into kind of a leaning fall to his left side. At this point, he's completely unconscious. He cannot protect himself. He is falling full force with no hands or no anything to protect himself. His knees hit about right here, and the students describe it as a catapult action when his knees hit, that his upper body goes forward extremely hard, and the first thing that hits is the side of his face and the front of his face.
The district attorney's office says there was no evidence to suspect a beatdown, as many speculated on social media when it all first took place. In Huntsville, I'm Caleb Aguayo, Fox 54 News.
August will navigate the road to recovery with his family. The incident has since spurred the school system to install cameras in front of Deschler High School. For more information about surveillance cameras at our schools, check out our Verify on Fox 54 Plus. And here's a look at weather in Huntsville, a moment where there was a bit of cloud cover from earlier today, but looks like it has since cleared up. Let's bring in Fox 54 Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. Jordan, how's the rest of this evening shaping up?
Yeah, a much clearer sky compared to what we had this morning across the Tennessee Valley. A live look for you from the top of Montesano. Sun's going to set in just about 10 or 15 minutes or so. 73 degrees right now from the top of Montesano, but look at the dew point. Dew point still sitting in the low and mid 60s, right around 63, and we're not the only ones talking about those higher dew points across the Tennessee Valley. You can also see temperatures and dew points somewhat elevated. Dew points especially. 63 is the dew point right now in Moulton. Compare that to a temperature of 69. 73 dew point of 62 in Florence. 72 dew point of 62 in Fayetteville, and then over in Fort Payne, 74 dew point of 63 degrees over in northeast Alabama. Those dew points are really going to begin to slide off as we head into the overnight, early into your Thursday morning. It's going to be great. 72 at 7, 68 at 8, 66 by 9, 65 degrees by the time we get to 10 p.m. Whatever cloud cover is continuing to linger across the Tennessee Valley is really going to begin to break up over the next couple of hours, and I think it's going to set the stage for a wonderful night and a wonderful stretch of days. We'll talk about it in just a couple of minutes.
Investigators are looking for a suspect wanted for attempted murder, and they say he was last seen in the Somerville area. They are looking for Colton Bone, pictured here. Authorities say he could be armed and dangerous. He may be driving a black Dodge Ram, pictured here, with the license plate 52C0U9X. Again, plate 52C0U9X. If you have information on his whereabouts, contact the Morgan County Sheriff's Office at 256-350-4613. Authorities still looking for the person who shot and killed a postal highway contract driver, Tony Harrelson, at the Camp Hale Post Office back in October of 2009. Harrelson, a Dadeville man, found dead around 6:15 following that apparent robbery. Yesterday, the Postal Office renewed its plea and increased the reward to $250,000 for tips, leading to an arrest and conviction, including anyone who acted as an accessory or unlawfully possessed property obtained in that incident. Anyone with information is asked to call the Tallapoosa County Sheriff's Department at 256-825-2035. An 18-year-old was arrested by Huntsville police, we've learned, last night after authorities say gunfire damaged multiple homes and cars near the Kensington Town Homes. Officers say they responded before 9:30 last night to reports of shots fired in the Lancewood Drive area. When police arrived, they say they found several cars and homes had been hit, including an unoccupied HPD patrol car with the back window shattered by a bullet. Authorities say they also recovered shell casings and a gun from the scene. Elijah Osteen arrested and charged with disengaging a firearm into an occupied dwelling and vehicle. That investigation is still ongoing. Police looking for additional suspects. We've learned a 90-year-old man has died yesterday morning after being hit by a car in Decatur, and they've been able to identify him. Decatur police say officers in Decatur Fire and Rescue were called around 7:59 in the morning to the 1800 block of the 11th Street Southeast. The victim, identified as Fred Swope. Medical personnel used life-saving measures to revive him, but he was pronounced dead at the scene by Morgan County Coroner Jeff Chun. The Lauderdale County School System says a student was removed from Underwood Elementary School today after bringing a knife and a BB gun to school. In a statement on Facebook, the school says that after a thorough investigation, they determined the items were not brought to the school as a threat and no verbal or written threats were made. Madison County Sheriff's deputies investigating a vandalism at the Movement Church in Madison. Here's a picture of that. Messages about an upcoming speaking event were spray painted on the church's walls and doors. The damage discovered this morning at the church on Browns Ferry Road. Staff say it happened sometime between 5 p.m. and yesterday and 8 a.m. today. Anyone with information about the incident asked to contact detectives from the Madison County Sheriff's Office at 256-533-8820 or 256-722-7181. Governor Kay Ivey made a stop in the Rocket City today to address the Southern Automotive Conference, the industry event running until tomorrow and highlights the state's impact in manufacturing. Hundreds of people showed up for the governor's address with dozens of local and international organizations there. Mayor Tommy Battle also spoke with automakers, saying the city and state are keeping a leading edge over car manufacturers in other states. Here's a listen.
We work very closely with them to make sure that we have the workforce that is necessary. We also work with them to make sure that we have that competitive edge. That competitive edge comes in cost of doing business, cost of labor, cost of power. All those things we put together to make sure that we have a competitive edge that will keep our community moving ahead and keep us in the ball game with things that go for the future.
Panelists also talked about ongoing dilemmas in the automotive industry with leaders from Mazda, Toyota, Honda, Hyundai, Mercedes-Benz, and Polaris speaking at today's event. Jackson County's EMS supervisor unit can now carry and administer blood in the field, making it one of the few ground EMS systems in the nation with this capability. Check it out. According to Highland Medical Center, uncontrolled bleeding is the leading preventable cause of death in trauma cases, and early transfusions can improve survival. With blood on board, EMS can start treatment before patients even reach the hospital. Officials say this advancement could save lives and set a new standard for emergency response in the region. University of North Alabama's College of Education and Human Sciences received a $20,000 grant from the Alabama State Department of Education, and it's through the Alabama Reading Initiative Program Improvement Grant. The funding will improve literacy instruction and help students reach grade-level reading by the end of third grade under Alabama's Literacy Act. UNA faculty will use the grant for professional learning and resources, giving teacher candidates new strategies for their field experiences in future classrooms. The City of Madison is partnering with local law enforcement to host a drug take-back event, giving residents a safe way to dispose of unused or expired prescription medications. Officials say proper disposal helps prevent accidental misuse and keeps harmful substances out of homes and the environment. The event will be Saturday, October 25th from 9 a.m. to 11 in the front parking lot of City Hall at 100 Hughes Road. You can drive up and drop off medications with no questions asked. Huntsville International Airport expanding its parking options with plans to build a new parking deck. The project will add more space and improve traffic flow for travelers. The expansion includes a redesigned entrance to make access smoother and reduce congestion in current parking areas. Airport officials are advising travelers to allow extra time during construction and to follow posted signs and detours. Drivers also urged to use caution when arriving at the airport. Officials say updates will be shared as construction moves forward. Up next, lobular breast cancer, a little known subtype of cancer. We explain what it is this Wellness Wednesday. Work underway to build a setting for lessons done outdoors. We'll take you to Marshall County. Stay with us.
Now, Wellness Wednesday on Fox 54 News, sponsored by Regenesis.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and the American Cancer Society released a report showing that more than 33,000 women will be diagnosed with lobular breast cancer this year. And despite this, researchers say this type of breast cancer is understudied. Mandy Gaither talks about the signs and symptoms that differ lobular breast cancer from the other types of breast cancer.
It's a lesser-known breast cancer that develops in a patient's milk-producing glands, and cases of lobular breast cancer are on the rise in the U.S.
Most people aren't familiar with this subtype, and I think it's because the short-term prognosis is very good.
But Rebecca Siegel with the American Cancer Society says that there's a delayed detection of this type of breast cancer. Long-term prognosis for advanced disease is not good. She's the senior author of a report that found there's a critical need for more research into this specific disease.
We need to distinguish this cancer in clinical trials so that we can find more effective treatments, because incidence rates are actually increasing quite steeply, more steeply than for other types of breast cancer.
Because tumors in those with lobular breast cancer grow in a linear pattern or maybe spread out, Siegel says they don't form a lump like other breast cancers and can be harder to detect during a mammogram. So she says women need to watch out for other signs, including nipple inversion, hardening of the breast skin, or dimpling of that skin. If these symptoms are consistent over a week or two, she says go see a doctor.
Adjuvant chemotherapy doesn't really work. So we need to distinguish this cancer in clinical trials so that we can find more effective treatment.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Researchers say the risk of all types of breast cancer can be reduced through healthy lifestyle choices, including maintaining a healthy weight, staying physically active, and if you do choose to drink alcohol, make sure to have it in moderation. Do you love pickleball? Huntsville Parks and Rec is inviting players of all skill levels to take part in the first ever Dink Pink Pickleball Day, Wednesday, next week, October 15th, in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The free citywide event will be held at recreation centers across Huntsville. Players and fans are encouraged to wear pink and can pick up ribbons or pink-themed giveaways, and that's while supplies last. Organizers say it's all about coming together to support those affected by breast cancer. For a full list of locations, go to FOX54.com. A school getting a new way of learning, and it's outdoors. We've got a sneak peek here in the Tennessee Valley. Jordan, how's weather?
Yeah, weather fantastic this evening. At this point, we've lost much of the cloud cover across the Tennessee Valley, and we're going to stick with that lack of cloud cover for the next couple of days. Beautiful weather setting in. We'll talk about it in just a bit.
One, two, three, 4, 5.
Douglas Elementary School in Marshall County creating a new learning environment for students. Students will soon be able to learn in an outdoor classroom. Classroom will be a way to cultivate learning through hands-on, engaging activities. Fifth graders got down and dirty, helping to put planting soil down while learning the importance of each step in the process. The school hopes the classroom will spark students' curiosity about other STEM-related jobs and grow a deeper understanding of the environment.
Studies show that kids learn more when they can get their hands on what they're learning, manipulatives, and in this case, dirt. But we can do so much with it, measuring weather data, plant growth.
$3,500 grant from the Tennessee Valley Authority helped make the classroom a reality. The Alabama Wildlife Federation also partnered with the school and was outside helping the students build. Wright says she plans on continuing to apply for more grants in order to expand the building and build more outdoor learning facilities. Douglas, just one of many schools in Alabama taking on this new approach to learning. So this is our newest reporter, Logan Alexandra Russell. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. So glad to be here.
Yes, this is your first time being able to have a little reporter chat. And you were out there at Douglas Elementary. What was that like seeing the kids get hands-on?
I mean, it was absolutely wonderful. I mean, they all were enjoying what they were doing. They all were learning. The Alabama Wildlife was out there as well. And just learning more about the grant was absolutely wonderful.
That's cool. I mean, I wish when I was in school, I had like an outdoor activity. Not to that extent I experienced it, but that would have been fun, learning more about like the plant life and whatnot.
Right, I probably would have preferred that over recess, honestly.
No, recess was fun, so was PE, but for me, that was the extent I got with any type of outdoor activity, really.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I'm so glad that they're doing that, though.
Awesome, yeah. Well, again, this is our newest reporter, Logan, and she'll be joining us later on. All right, thank you so much, Logan.
Of course.
Now, the Tennessee Valley's certified most accurate forecast from the Fox 54 Weather Impact Team.
I must say, this is a beautiful view from Montesano, another look that we have across the Tennessee Valley, and slowly but surely the sun is setting and dwindling down, but so peaceful and quiet compared to what we've seen over the past few days we were talking about.
Yeah, this is really a very nice change of pace this afternoon, this evening, compared to the last couple of days is a bout of sadness.
That sadness is over, at least.
Oh yeah, the sadness is over, and it's going to stay over for about the foreseeable future. Really got some fantastic weather for you as we get ready to finish off the work week, head into the weekend, and honestly, I'm really excited to tell you about it. Live look out over the Parkway this evening. Beautiful evening out over the Parkway. Traffic seems to be moving smoothly. It's difficult to find much in the way of any cloud cover, and with the lack of cloud cover also comes a lack of rain. Ignore the little bit of green you do see. That's just a little bit of ground clutter that occurs when the radar beam comes into contact with inanimate objects. We're not talking about a single drop of rain across the Tennessee Valley, and frankly, I anticipate that we're going to be dry for the next couple of days at least. I'll show you that in just a second. Cold front that we've been talking about this week has now comfortably moved back off to the east, and a very different air mass is steadily building its way into North Alabama, southern Middle Tennessee, and it's really going to take hold as we head into the overnight and then through the earliest hours of your Thursday morning. Look at this. We're going to be dry Thursday, Friday, through the weekend, and even as we head into the early and middle part of next week. Now, this is really common for this time of year where we go a significant number of days without seeing any rain across the Tennessee Valley. Typically, October does not bring a lot of rain to the area. If we do get any help, it typically comes from the tropics, but not even the tropics are helping us out this time around. We do have Tropical Storm Jerry hanging out in the Atlantic Ocean. Right now, Jerry has maximum winds of 60 miles per hour. Jerry going to maintain its tropical storm status as it gradually approaches the Lesser Antilles over the next couple of days, but then it's going to begin to turn north, avoiding the Dominican Republic, strengthening into a Category 1 hurricane, traveling north for a little bit, and then eventually it's going to turn and head back out into the Atlantic Ocean, posing absolutely no threat to the continental United States. Current temperatures across the Tennessee Valley, many of us are sitting somewhere in the 70s, but I wanted to point out the dew points. Dew points are still a bit elevated. 63 right now is the dew point in Huntsville. Compare that with a temperature of 73. 70 is the temperature in Fayetteville, dew point of 62. 73, dew point of 62 in Florence, and then much the same over in northeast Alabama. 75, dew point of 63 right now in Scottsboro. The dew points are really where we're going to begin to see the improvement. That drier air mass is going to filter in as we head into the overnight, early into your Thursday morning. By the time we get to Thursday afternoon, we're talking about dew points in the upper 40s and lower 50s. So a very different air mass, an air mass that's really going to be lacking in any sort of moisture content. And then we'll maintain that as we head into your Friday afternoon as well. A quiet night, temperatures dropping into the mid-50s, got a low right around 55 degrees. When the kids get on the school bus tomorrow morning, the kids that are getting on the school bus anyway, 58 at 8, 61 by 9, 67 degrees by the time we get to 10 a.m. From there, we only climb into the mid-70s tomorrow afternoon. The average high temperature right around 79 or 80 degrees. We're not going to get quite there. I've got a high right around 76. Thursday night football looks wonderful. It's going to be in the 60s. I don't really see how it could get any better. 66 at 8, 65 by 9, 64 degrees by the time we get to 10 p.m. Have a good look at the next 7 days. 76 again on Friday, 77, 78, Saturday, Sunday with plenty of sunshine. Beautiful weather, truly. 83 on Monday, 82, 81 Tuesday and Wednesday of next week.
Speaking of good weather, South Huntsville will come alive with music and barbecue this Saturday at the 2025 Bluegrass and Barbecue Festival at Southside Park. The free family-friendly event runs from 1 to 7 p.m. and features live performances from the Grastronauts, say that 3 times, Baileytown Bluegrass Band, the Ancient Tones, and Appalachian Road Show. Food trucks open at noon, serving local favorites, and guests are encouraged to bring blankets and chairs to enjoy the day.
Media Day for the SWAC men's basketball programs wrapping up today in the Magic City. I'm Mo Carter, and I have a recap of today's event coming up next on Fox 54.
Fox 54 Sports is sponsored by Alpha Insurance.
Media Day action continuing on Wednesday here in the city of Birmingham with the men's basketball programs in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Good evening, everyone. I'm Mo Carter, and today we got a chance to chat it up with several programs within the SWAC, including Coach Dante Jackson and his Alabama A&M Bulldogs. Jackson may be a newcomer on the hill at Alabama A&M, but he's no stranger to the Southwestern Athletic Conference. For the past 8 seasons, the Milwaukee native won 132 games with the G-Men while leading them to 3 regular season titles and 1 SWAC tourney title. Now he's ready to do the same at Alabama A&M, a program that hasn't won a SWAC title in 2 decades.
I feel incredible. Happy to be here. Happy to be a part of Bulldog Nation, and just, excited about the upcoming season.
The Bulldogs were picked to finish 6th in this year's preseason poll. Coach Jackson isn't fazed about the preseason predictions because of his past ventures.
It's not about where you start, it's about where you finish at the end of the day. And the good thing is, I've been in this league and I've been in this league prior and won the conference 3 times and never was picked 1. So I'm not worried about what the preseason rankings is. It's about where we want to finish and what we want to do throughout the season.
Coming up this evening, we'll talk with Alabama A&M's arch rival, Alabama State, which is led by Tony Matlock. Of course, the Hornets are the reigning conference champs within the SWAC. Covering SWAC men's basketball media days in Birmingham, I'm Mo Carter for Fox 54 Sports.
Coming up tonight at 9, the government still in stalemate with the vote failing today for the 6th time. We'll tell you what holds for the government shutdown. District 1 City Council member Michelle Watkins' inaugural State of the District address and Alabama A&M homecoming kickoff reception going on right now. We'll have more for you on this event later tonight. And also 4 Huntsville groups came together to discuss ways to reduce gun violence and promote unity in the community. We have a listen. Before we let you go, Krispy Kreme is getting into the Halloween spirit with its new Trick or Treat collection. The limited time lineup features 4 spooky themed donuts, from a jack-o'-lantern treat to a ghostly good cookies and Scream surprise. And they're available now in special Halloween boxes and on October 25th and Halloween Day. Guests in costume can snag a free donut. No tricks, just treats. I'm taking a look at which donut I would like, and it's a hard choice.
You labeled one as a surprise, and I feel like I need more detail on that.
Oh, are you very particular